Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Intuitive Art Mediums. Thank you so much for joining me for this Virgo full moon lunar eclipse, which occurs on Tuesday, March 3rd, which also makes this the 3-3 portal. So the Virgo full moon lunar eclipse and the 3-3 portal will be combined in this pick a card tarot reading. The oracle decks I will be using will be the angel number messages, the witch's moon magic, the queen of the moon oracle, queen of the sun oracle, and the earthly souls and spirits moon oracle. We have 3 piles to choose from. This is pile 1 with the rhodonite sphere. This is pile 2 with the peach moonstone. And this is pile 3 with the cat's eye sphere. So take your time in choosing your pile. You may be drawn to more than one pile, and that's your intuition letting you know that there's a message for you in that reading as well. Please keep in mind that these are general tarot readings, so only go with the messages that resonate with you. I'll begin with pile 1. There'll be timestamps down below for the other readings, and I will meet you at your reading. Hello, pile 1. If you were drawn to the rhodonite sphere, welcome to your reading. We're going to begin your reading by looking at the 3 oracle cards, and then we'll get into more cards. So we begin with Earth, Moon, Magic, Fertility. And this is really beautiful because Virgo is an earth sign. And fertility, this means that your ideas, your projects are going to be fertile. So there's potential in growth there. And this can also indicate for those of you who are wanting to have a child, this would be an excellent time to try for that. But also keep in mind that a child, the potential of a child, can also mean the potential of a project. So you might be fertile with ideas that you want to manifest, thus the earth moon magic, because earth is about manifestation. Next, we have the will with number 13. So I feel like that you are utilizing your will to manifest that which you desire, which is the true meaning of magic. And then we have 40 with flares, the unexpected. To me, this means that you could be flooded with ideas, with possibilities. This could also represent unexpected frustrations with those flares. Caution to those who tend to be hot-tempered as well. This is where your willpower may come in handy so that you can channel this energy, these energy flares, into manifesting what it is you want to manifest. Let's get you an earthly souls and spirit moon oracle. And we have for you gratitude. Okay, always be grateful for what comes your way. Even difficulties, because difficulties can teach us how to be stronger and more in control of how to channel those energies in a more positive way. At the bottom of the deck, we have joyous. So the unexpected can be something joyous. It can be one of those happy accidents. And then your angel number message, since this is also the 3/3 portal, with this Virgo full moon lunar eclipse. And we have for you number 8. I am successful. Your talent for setting and reaching goals is like no other. You are self-sufficient and capable of achieving your ambitions. 8 representing the ebb and flow, the infinite loop of creation. I am successful. So you can also expect unexpected success. At the bottom of the deck, we have the master number 44, and 4 plus 4 equals 8. Your angels are encouraging you to continue on your present life path with diligence and determination, and even greater success will come in the future. I am supported. I really like that. And I think we're going to put this card right here to help remind you that your success is supported. Okay, let's dive deeper into this reading with the tarot. I am using the tarot of the Moon Garden, as I so often do with moon readings. And we begin with the 3 of Swords. Okay, this is healing your heart and giving that gratitude for the healing. Think of the wounds in your heart as the holes that we push into the soil to plant seeds of that which we want to grow in our lives, and turn those wounds into success. Next, we have the Ace of Swords. This brings you focus, and notice that this sword is pointing downwards as if poking the holes with your willpower, because we do have will over here, to plant those seeds, your intentions. Next, we have the King of Swords. Wow, a lot of swords. This is a card of authority. It is ruled by Libra, so it is about balance and equality, as well as love and romance, because Libra is ruled by Venus. This is intentional love. This is also representative of law and order, following the rules. There are rules for a reason, and when you follow the rules, for example, in planting, when you follow the directions, you will have a more successful planting. This helps you to plant within the season for that seed or bulb, and also assuring greater success. Next, we have the Sun. This is beautiful because this brings ease. This is your day in the Sun to relax and absorb that energy. And this can also be part of that unexpected flares of possibilities, of playfulness, and to take advantage of that playfulness. Okay, let's get some clarifying cards here with the Light Seers Tarot. I do see that there is a lot of healing, and this is done with your own willpower and determination and balancing your emotions through healing your emotions. Those emotions can impact you physically. And by healing them, you're releasing those traumas from the body. And with Virgo, because Virgo is about healing, taking care of your health and well-being, supporting yourself, supporting your success, because the more that you support yourself and the process, the more success you will see along your path. Okay, some cards jumped out, so we're going to start with this. This one was flipped over. We have the Queen of Pentacles, being resourceful. This card is ruled by Capricorn, and so this is organization. And sometimes when our heart has been wounded, it can cause confusion. The Queen of Pentacles brings you organization to your healing. How do you go about healing? And there are many different ways that you can utilize your own healing. For some, it can be a combination of different things: therapy, exercise, meditation. And there's a lot of different ways to meditate. There's a lot of different ways to exercise. This can also include your diet, because Virgo also rules the digestive system. You are what you eat. And so I feel like that this is saying, eat the foods that make you feel good about yourself and contribute to your health and well-being. On the Ace of Swords is the King of Cups. Okay, this is mastering your emotions. This is teaching you to go with that ebb and flow that we have here in the number 8. I am successful. The ebb and flow of your emotions, the unexpected things that get washed ashore, but also as those waves recede, as they ebb, they pull back what is no longer needed and bring forth new experiences. Think of when you stand at the edge of the current and that ebb and flow, and your feet sink into the sand, and then when it pulls back, it pulls the sand out from under your feet. But then when the currents come back in, it brings in new sand. So I do feel like this is saying, keep an eye out for unexpected treasures to flow in your pathway. And think of it as your angels supporting you, and be sure to show them gratitude. Thank them. Next, we have the Six of Cups on the King of Swords. For some of you, this can be about balancing your past with the present. This can also represent, because we do have the Sun card here and that childlike, playful energy. Think of the things that you enjoyed as a child. Are there things that you've always wanted to do when you were a child? And what of those things can you still do? And bring that forth. When you bring forth that which is inside you, that is what's going to save you. If you don't bring it forth, that's what's going to cause you the pain with this Three of Swords. So you are being asked to bring forth your gifts. That is what is inside you, and that is what's going to bring balance into your life. On the Sun, we have the Seven of Cups. Okay, this is having many choices. And sometimes this can be confusing when you have too many choices. Okay, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune. This shows that things are moving forward. With your willpower, you can choose where you want to ride on the wheel. Then we have the Knight of Wands, bringing in synchronicity. And as I said, the ebb and flow with this King of Cups, those are the synchronistic moments that are flowing your way, that the Wheel of Fortune is flowing your way. And it is happening for a reason. It is hopefully helping you to organize the flow in your life, to clear what is stuck in your wheel so that your wheel can flow easily and bring forth everything that you need to be successful. Then we have the Two of Swords. I feel like your indecision gets in the way. And as I said, the Seven of Cups is about dreams, but it can also be too many choices, which can cause indecision. So at the bottom of the deck, we have Judgment. And this is a rebirth, allowing that which comes natural to rise up. And that will be an indicator of your spirit guides, your higher self, helping you to clear the indecision so that you can make a clear choice. And I do feel that it is something that you've always wanted to do in the past, and maybe you've dabbled in it here and there throughout your lifetime, and now it's calling to you again. And we also have the Six of Wands. So I do feel like that is what's going to bring you victory here. Allowing your spirit guides to help you choose. When you allow them to support you, this is where you're going to have that victory. And then we have the Magician, which represents your willpower. So I'm going to put these cards up here because I do feel that they play an important role. And the Magician is an indication of your willpower. Unexpected success, allowing your spirit guides to help you choose, and you may choose something that is unexpected. Okay, let's pull some magic cards for you because it's always fun to do magic. And with this full moon lunar eclipse, you have all the phases of the moon at one time, so you can work your magic to, as the moon is going into eclipse, that would be like the moon waning, so it helps you to clear the obstacles from your path. And then as the moon comes out of its eclipse, this comes into the waxing phase of the moon to manifest what you desire. And the energies of the eclipses will last for 6 months. So 6 months from now, we will be in Virgo season, just as we had the Aquarius solar eclipse In 6 months, we will have the Aquarius full moon in Leo season. Okay, let's look at the magic. We have manifestation. So manifestation, lost and found. I feel like that is speaking to the Six of Cups. Find lost objects by invoking symbols of abundance. Drop a couple of almonds in your pocket and recite, "Keeper of what disappears, hear me now. Open your ears. Find for me what I now seek. As I will, so mote it be. In a short time, the missing object should reappear." So we have the willpower of the magician as well as the willpower of this card, and also to help you clear up that indecision. And what was once lost, we have the Judgment card, will find you with the Six of Wands, and that's the victory. Next we have protection. Ward your windows. Guard your home with the protective power of chamomile. Chamomile is a popular choice for protection spells, corresponding with sunlight and cheerful moods, and we also have the Sun card there. Windows welcome sunlight into your home, but they are also easy portals for malevolent spirits. When washing day comes around, wipe down your windows with a very weak chamomile tea to keep bad energy at bay. You may also want to consider in growing chamomile near your windows, because we do have that earth moon magic along with this Sun card. And then we have manifestation again. Okay, crafting creativity. And we have been talking about creativity throughout this reading in the many forms that creativity can take. Jazz up your workspace with a jar that will get your creative juices flowing. Start by writing your intentions or creative goals on a small piece of paper. Roll it up into a scroll, tie it with a string, and drop it into the jar. Then put at least 2 of the following in the jar along with the scroll: fern, clover, pine needles, sunflower petals, dandelion fuzz, rosemary, and basil. Okay, you can also use different colored paper to write your intentions on, your goals, and you can put as many of these into your jar as you wish to make it more fun, and then just pull one out whenever you feel blocked or stuck, and let that help get your juices flowing in unexpected ways. And this can also be a way for spirit to support you in making your choices when you feel stuck in your indecision with too many choices. So I'm going to end your reading here. I hope that you enjoyed it and found it inspiring. Please give me a like or comment, because that really does help this channel out. And feel free to share it with someone you think might also enjoy this reading. Until next time, take care and blessed be, my friends. Hello, Pile 2. If you were drawn to the Peach Moonstone, welcome to your reading. We're going to begin your reading with the 3 oracle cards, and then we'll dive deeper into the reading with some more cards. So we begin with the dark side of the moon, unforeseen. So to me, this speaks of, with this lunar eclipse, we will be seeing the dark side of the moon through the shadow. And also with the waxing and waning of of the lunar eclipse, because we will experience, as the shadow crosses over the moon, the waning aspect of the moon. And then as the shadow passes, we will experience the waxing side of the moon. But during the darkness of the lunar eclipse, this is the unforeseen of the dark side of the moon. Next, we have number 31 with worm moon and faith. Okay, this is asking you to just hold faith, hold that space, maybe imbue yourself in the full moon aspect of this lunar eclipse for healing, because Virgo does represent the healing aspect, especially of the digestive system. And then we have Sol with number 23 and welcome. So welcome the unforeseen with faith. Okay, let's get you a angel number message, because this lunar eclipse occurs on the 3-3 portal. And we have for you number 12. I am a visionary. Creativity is a driving force in your life. Your imagination is rich and you are able to express your feelings and insights in unique ways that others can benefit from. I am a visionary. So welcome those unforeseen visions through your faith. At the bottom of the deck, we have 10-10. I am patient. Keep your thoughts positive and be patient as everything is working out for your highest good. Trust that your angels are working behind the scenes to help you. And I feel like that is also part of that faith. Faith does require patience. And we'll put this card right here to help remind you. Okay, let's get you a card from the Earthly Souls and Spirit Moon Oracle. And we have for you gratitude. Okay, I did shuffle this deck in between readings, and I shuffled it because this card was also the card that showed up in the first reading. And at the bottom of the deck, we have meditate. So through meditation could be the time where you receive your visions. Maybe meditation is something that you haven't really practiced, but meditation does teach us patience. It also helps us to hold gratitude, to hold our faith, and to welcome the flow of energy, of the unforeseen visions, because you are also going to be receiving these beautiful downloads of visions. Okay, so let's dive deeper into this reading with the Tarot of a Moon Garden. Okay, we begin with the Nine of Staffs. The Nine of Staffs is about protection, protecting your back. This person is hiding behind the tree with the unicorn. And so maybe some of you feel like you are in hiding out of protecting yourself. And this could be a need for privacy, protecting your sanctuary where you can meditate, where you can receive those visions, protecting your sacred space that you hold for your faith. Maybe it's just a little altar that you have symbols on there to represent your faith, whatever your faith may be. Those symbols are helped to remind you of your faith and that gratitude and unforeseen visions that you can welcome. Next, we have the Queen of Cups. She is highly intuitive. She is the symbol of the visionary. She listens with her heart. She follows her heart. Next, we have the Six of Pentacles. This is the giving and receiving. This is the ebb and flow. This is both sides of the scales, where we are receiving, but we are also giving. And to receive with gratitude, as well as to give that gratitude back through our gifts. Maybe you are being inspired through your visions to create something, to do something, and you are receiving those visions that help guide you to what you give back to others, to your community, with gratitude. It's the balance of gratitude. Do we not enjoy having our gifts being received with gratitude? Doesn't that make you feel good when someone enjoys the gifts that you give them? And doesn't it also feel good to receive a gift that you are grateful for? A lot of people, receive out of shame, because they need help. And somebody's in a position where they can help you. And they're happy to help you. And yet we feel shame in asking for that help, to asking for that assistance. Clear that shame away, because it puts a shadow on the gratitude. And when you receive joyfully and give joyfully, that is the Six of Pentacles. There's a beautiful balance there. And then we have the Five of Staves, which can represent conflict of ideas, conflict of words that express our ideas. This can be your own internal conflict of maybe where to begin, how you feel. But with this Nine of Staves and this person hiding behind the tree, I do feel more like this Five of Staves is representing an internal conflict that could involve outside forces of other people wanting to shame you for needing their help, or shame you for something that happened to you and you want to hide away from that. The Queen of Cups is offering you a cup of healing through intuition, through visions. This could be utilizing your creative visualization to help yourself heal, giving gratitude to yourself is also representation of that Six of Pentacles, and it will put ease on that Five of Staves, which can also represent argumentative people who just want to argue for argument's sake. Okay, let's get some clarifying cards on this with the Light Seers Tarot. Okay, on the Nine of Staffs, we have the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like this too shall pass, that things are moving forward. Your wheels don't have to be stuck because you are standing your ground with calm confidence. On the Queen of Cups, we have the Hanged Man, looking at things in a different way, having a different perspective can also open up new ways of doing things. The unforeseen can open up your visions. The Hangman, the story behind the Hangman, can be representation of Odin hanging from the Tree of Life, Yggdrasil. And as you can see, there are runes down here in the water. And this is how Odin received the runes in the River of Life to bring forth to people to use as a guiding oracle. This could also indicate you creating your own divining oracle, especially with that being on the Queen of Cups. On the Six of Pentacles, we have the Six of Wands. Victory. You are receiving exactly what you need to help you move forward, to make your visions manifest. On the Five of Staffs, we have the Four of Swords. And this is a card of healing and rejuvenation. And with Mercury in retrograde, from February 25th to March 20th, and we'll still be in the shadow of that Mercury retrograde after the 20th. This can be a good time to take time to meditate, to heal, to balance, to receive blessings. And especially for those who have wounding words that have hurt you, this gives you an opportunity to walk away, to spend some time alone with your own thoughts, with your own ideas, and find gratitude through those meditations, being patient with yourself. Next, we have the Four of Cups. This is a card of weariness, of I've tried all these different things and it just hasn't worked. Well, there's a blessing cup here. And with the Four of Swords, there's also a blessing for you to receive. And what this blessing is the medium needed to mix these other three cups. Think of them as ingredients. You have three ingredients, but you're missing one. And it's the one that binds these three together. And with that Wheel of Fortune, I feel like that is the mixing. And with the Hangman, that is the new creation that comes out of that mixing. Next, we have the Seven of Pentacles. This is about patience. You plant your seeds. You nurture what you grow. You don't keep digging it up to see how it's progressing. You know that that seed needs to root and dig deeper into the darkness, the dark side of the moon, the unforeseen, for greater stability, to draw up more nutrients to support its growth. Next, we have the Empress. This is beautiful because the Empress is fertility and growing that which you desire, that you have faith. But you need to work with what you have, the resources being given to you, that you receive, and to have faith and gratitude and welcome the fruition of that which you grow. Okay, let's end your reading with some everyday spells, because it's always fun to incorporate magic, especially with this lunar eclipse and with all moon phases. Okay, we have manifestation. This fell out of the box. A spell box wishes. On a waxing or full moon, create a treasure box to safeguard your wishes for the month to come. Make a creative representation of your wishes using clay, a drawing, words, a sigil, or any medium you wish. Place it into a small box and chant 3 times. May the moonlight shine on this witch's box of mine. As my wishes come to me, as I will it, so it shall be. Place your open box in the moonlight to absorb the moon's energy. In the morning, close it and keep it somewhere safe. Recharge it on full moons. And I like that we have this faith card, and she is opening herself to imbue herself in the full moon light. Okay, next we have connection. And enchant your lips for confident communication. I feel that is speaking to not only the 9 of staffs, but also this 5 of staffs. Okay, nail your presentation or breeze through customer service with a little magical aid. In your hands, hold a lipstick or chapstick and a clear quartz of carnelian crystal. Chant over the items, gift of gab and silver tongue. Learn the words the siren sung. Use your enchanted lip balm until the tube runs out, and you'll speak with more power and poise. How good is that, especially with this Mercury retrograde? As you can tell, that Mercury retrograde, you know, we tend to stumble over our words, or words can mash themselves together, as I just mashed Mercury and retro into metro. That can happen, but you can just quickly recover and move forward. And then we have luck. Pick a penny up, and all day long you'll have good luck. Same thing works for you if you place a penny with goodwill. Hold a penny or any small coin in your hands and say, as I give luck freely, so shall luck come freely to me. When no one is looking, hide your penny where it can be easily found. Or simply drop it somewhere where someone can find it. This can be when you go for a walk. After you imbue that penny with your spell, go for a walk and drop it somewhere where someone else will find it. And this is part of that gratitude. And the 6 of Pentacles, you are giving with gratitude, thus receiving with gratitude, with the intention of luck. You are giving some luck so that you can receive some luck. So these are your messages, pile 2. I hope that you enjoyed it. Be sure to give a like or comment down below. It helps this channel out. And feel free to share it and subscribe if you want. And until next time, take care and blessed be, my friends. Hello, pile 3. If you were drawn to the cat's eye sphere, welcome to your reading. We are first going to look at your 3 oracle cards, and then we're going to dive deeper into the reading with some more cards. So we begin with Moon of Horses and Freedom. Wow, this is really beautiful since we have recently begun the year of the fire horse. This is a really good indication that the year of the horse is going to be an excellent year of freedom for you, pile 3. Next, we have number 26 with Apollo and Insight. Okay, another positive card. Having that insight, having the freedom to, is going to promote more insight. And then we have 42 with Lunar God, the masculine. So we all have divine masculine aspects within ourselves. It doesn't matter what gender you are or how you associate orientation. We all have both divine feminine and divine masculine within us. And the moon is generally a feminine energy. However, this can represent, with this lunar god, the emotional aspect of the masculine. A lot of masculinity, a lot of males have been taught not to show their feelings or to buck up and, suck it up or whatever, and repress their emotions. Big boys don't cry and that kind of stuff. And I feel like that this is actually giving you the freedom and insight to express your emotions. And this is a beautiful and powerful. Let's get you an angel number message, as this Virgo full moon lunar eclipse also occurs on the 3-3 portal. So this can be a doubly extraordinary, powerful full moon lunar eclipse. Okay, we have for you triple twos, okay, which represents 6 when you add them up. Trust that the seeds of your thoughts are growing as you are nourishing them with words, feelings, and action. I am balanced. And when you balance yourself emotionally with your actions, with your intentions, this is going to let you feel more balanced. And when you're balanced, you have better insight and freedom. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have 27, 2 and 7 equal 9. Your mind is wide open and you are tolerant and compassionate toward all ways of life. You value freedom of expression and want to improve the conditions of people, whether your community, country, or the world at large. I love that message. I'm going to put it there as a reminder for this freedom, this balance, expressing your emotions, especially the emotions that you've been taught to repress. It's time to allow them to emerge at their own pace. Okay, let's get you a card from Earthly Souls and Spirit Moon Oracle. Okay, we have luminous, and I love the Luna moth. Luna moths are special creatures. They are extremely friendly creatures. And it reminds me of a time when I was traveling and there were like several Luna moths hanging out on the outside of this convenience store where I stopped to get gas. And I, of course, had to stop and visit with them. And I was petting their furry little back, and before you know it, I had a few Luna moths walking on my hands and up my arms. And this little boy came up and was like just amazed at the friendliness, the connection of these Luna moths. And I brought one of the Luna moths down to him, and I showed him how to gently pet its fuzzy little back so he could also visit it. And his eyes just lit up, especially when the Luna moth welcomed him and started walking on his hand. And then we, of course, put them back on the brick wall where we found them walking around so that they could be free and go do their thing. And I just felt like that was a very important connection, and I never have forgotten that experience with Luna moth. And it's luminous. It glows. It's a glow up of the heart. And at the bottom of the deck, we have manifest. I feel like that this is very important too, because I feel like that many people here are manifesting the freedom to express their emotions in a balanced, appropriate way. And this can be through art, whatever art medium appeals to you, whether it's music, writing, drawing, painting, dancing, because dancing is also a great way to release those physical blocks that are in our body. And it can be very liberating, and especially if you have trauma stuck in your body and you know where that trauma is in your body. It's where it hurts, it's where it aches, it's where it feels stiff. And that is your body communicating to you. It's like, hey, move this part of your body so we can release this blocked energy, and we can flow more easily and have this flexible strength and be luminous. Okay, let's dive deeper into this reading with the tarot. I'm using Tarot of the Moon Garden. And we begin with the Queen of Swords. Okay, the Queen of Swords, though she often represents loss and separation, she's also the Queen of discernment and evaluation. And with Mercury in retrograde, this is an excellent time for re-evaluating situations to help us gain clarity. Also separating ourselves from that which is blocking our expression, finding new ways, freedom to express ourselves, to balance ourselves. Next, we have the Eight of Staffs. This is motion, but notice all the wands are moving in one direction. So this, to me, is about getting your energies flowing in one direction where you want it to go, in the direction You want to express yourself. Next, we have the Nine of Staves. This card is about self-protection. This is about having your own back. And notice that there's a person that's hiding behind this tree, and the unicorn is just poking its horn out from around the tree. Another horse, freedom, magical freedom. And this is, I feel, indicating, because we have the 8, which is moving our energies in one direction, progressing into the 9 of protecting our flow of energy. And next we have the Magician. I love it. Protecting your magic, protecting your expression, not apologizing for existing or taking up space. You have the right to express yourself and take up space. Do not let anybody minimize you. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Swords, clearing your path of all obstacles. I feel like that is a nice compliment to the Queen of Swords, clearing your path. And all the knights are instigators of change. So let's get some clarifying cards here with the Light Seers. Okay, we begin on the Queen of Swords with the Empress. This is beautiful. Okay, you may have felt separated from the fertility, the resources of your ideas. And the Queen of Swords is clearing those blocks, cutting the cords from that toxicity so that you may come into your own power of creativity, of manifesting. Because we have the Manifest card here, and here we have an impregnated Empress manifesting new life. And as they say, you know, many women who are pregnant glow. They have a glow about them. On the 8 of Staffs, we have the 5 of Pentacles. This represents abandonment, being left out in the cold, feeling lonely. But right here's the key to open the door. We all have the keys to set ourselves free, and the moon horses are giving you that guidance. You can set yourself free. Move forward. Open the door to your own sanctuary. And it could be a sanctuary that you are manifesting. On the 9 of Staffs, we have justice. Balancing. Balancing when you're seen, when you want to be seen, and unseen, hidden when you want to be hidden. Because we all have a need for privacy, to spend some alone time. Maybe we are, you know, trying to recognize where these blocks are, tuning into our bodies, because Virgo is about healing, especially, you know, because Virgo rules over the digestive system. So this could be balancing what it is that you're eating to promote your health and to get your luminosity back, to have the insight to clear these blocks, to clear these traumas. On the Magician, we have the 2 of Swords. This is a card of indecision. And maybe just making a choice out of the darkness, from the darkness, because you can't see what you're choosing between. And in a way, this can be a kind of a card of escapism, but it can also be a card of turning inward, like with this Five of Pentacles, turning inward to tune into your own emotions, to learn how to trust your own feelings, to have that inner insight. Okay, then we have the Six of Wands, victory here between the Queen of Swords, the Empress, the Eight of Staffs, and Five of Pentacles. I do feel like that there is a liberation here, freedom. Next, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune has shown up in all three readings now, and it's this particular card in this deck that the Wheel of Fortune has shown up. And between the Five of Pentacles, the Eight of Staffs, and the Five of Pentacles, where the Eight of Staffs is motion, moving forward, the Five of Pentacles can make us feel stuck, but you know, the Eight of Staffs is encouraging you, just put one foot in front of the other, and eventually you will get there. And the Wheel is saying that there's a shift here. You are protected and there's balance here. I am balanced. You're moving towards a more balanced way of being. Next, we have the Nine of Pentacles. This is beautiful because we have the Nine of Staffs, we have the Nine of Pentacles, and 2 and 7 equal 9. And with the Nine of Staffs and Justice and the Magician and the Two of Swords, this could indicate a settlement in your favor for those of you who are dealing with any kind of legality. This is in your favor. This can also be karmic justice in your favor as well. And the Magician, this is something that can just kind of come out of the blue as a reward for balancing yourself, embracing your freedom through embracing those repressed emotions that society has taught you to repress. You know, as I mentioned earlier in the reading, you know, men aren't supposed to show emotions. Men feel as much as women feel. We may feel differently, but we still feel, and we all should have the freedom to express ourselves. And I feel like that for those of you who are creative and are expressing yourselves in creative ways, that this actually manifests into a way for you to make money. This could be a side hustle or maybe the starting of a business. And if it's the starting of a business that you've been on the fence about, you know, going back and forth, you are being asked to go for it. The rewards are going to be there. Make sure that if there's any legal issues that you need to deal with, such as getting an LLC, make sure that everything is done legally and properly so that you can legally operate your business, whatever that might be. Okay, let's get some everyday spells to conclude your reading, because it is always fun to do magic, especially with this very powerful 3/3 portal with the Virgo full moon lunar eclipse. There's a lot of energy here, and it may take 6 months for this to manifest. And this is the card that fell out of the deck, manifestation. We have manifest here as well. Light your path. I love it because we have Apollo with insight and luminous. We have the lunar god, the masculine. So we have this luminosity to bring us freedom. So light your path. Carve your intentions into a candle a rune, a word, or even a drawing that represents your wish. As it burns down, meditate on what you're trying to manifest. Thank the candle for its help as you blow it out or it burns down. Okay, that's beautiful. Okay, then we have correspondence. Okay, color code your magic. Boost your magic and intentions with your clothing. Colors are associated with different intentions and can strengthen spells and help you wear your magic all day long. Wear black for banishing, white for divination and healing, red for love or strength, orange for confidence, yellow for joy and learning, green for luck and fertility, blue for truth and tranquility, or purple for spirituality. You can also use those same colors to choose your candle, to strengthen your candle manifestation as well. And then your final card is luck. Pick a penny up. Okay, this was also in one of the other readings. And all day long, you'll have good luck. Same thing works for you if you place a penny with goodwill. Hold a penny or any small coin in your hands and say, "As I give luck freely, so shall luck come freely to me." When no one is looking, hide your penny where it can easily be found. And as I said in the reading that this card showed up, you can take that coin and imbue it with that positive good luck energy, and then go for a walk, and then just let the penny drop somewhere along your way and allow someone else to find that coin and pick it up, and they too will have good luck. Okay, so here's your reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please give this a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. It does help the channel out. And feel free to leave a comment, share, and subscribe if you want. And until next time, take care and blessed be, my friends.